Hello, it's Jesse here, and we're gonna get ready to start working on this Triumph again, getting the motor put in the frame. So what we've done so far is preparing it. We put the pressure relief valve in here and got it tightened in there. Put a new gasket there, and then there's the sump plug on the bottom here. We put a new one in there, and it has like this built-in screen filter thing, and it all lined up on the tube, and we double checked it by looking down inside there when we spun it around, but we're good to go here. So next few steps here will be we're going to be grabbing this thing and putting it in the frame, so stay tuned here and watch this bike go back together. Alright, so we got the frame for the Tiger here on the lift, and we're going to remove the sump down here. Clean this all out, because who knows the last time it was apart. So anyway, stay tuned while we open this up here. Alright, so we're about ready to open this up. Now, after what we saw in the motor, we're kind of hoping that that this here is clean, but it's most likely going to be a bunch of stuff in there from all the metal shavings and stuff we saw inside the motor. But anyways, yeah, just broke it loose there off the gasket.
Came off that.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to have to get a helper, I guess. Stock.
Yeah. There we go. So, right away,
There's grunge in there.
there's grunge. But, there's some particles on the screen, of course, and it's not as bad as it could have looked. And that's what the sump looks like, oil tank. Yeah. So of course this is the pickup right here. And then the fill's way up there, of course, and then
Now the return's right here. It goes right up through here.
Yep.
And it spurts right inside the cap.
so then when you got it running and stuff, you can pull the cap off and you can see the circulation of the oil too. It's pretty neat. But well, yeah, we'll get this all cleaned up and then we'll get ready to start getting this thing ready to accept a motor. So stay tuned here. Alright, so we got this all cleaned up here, and then we're going to put a gasket on there. We're putting some silicone RTV on here to help it stick and seal at the same time. And then the other part comes apart too. The actual screen and the plate comes apart too, and we got the gasket on there and silicone and together too as well. So next we'll put this gasket here on the frame, and then put that cover on there and close this off and move on to something else here. We're getting this frame ready. So anyway,
About that spot. You're going to line up the hole there. Don't. Them threads are tough. They
Practically interference fit. Where like,
damn near.
so it just slides on like just fits. And then this center bolt here, of course, is the drain plug. So you don't have to take this off every time. You just drain it there. But
About every other time.
yeah, and then every once in a while you need to remove it to clean out any whatever crap. This is pretty much, this is your engine filter, your oil filter down here. So, on these older bikes. So we're going to put this back together here, and then we'll move on to something else here. So stay tuned. So before we put the motor in, we're going to work on putting the swing arm on. We're going to put all this whole assembly together here. The little rubber band part pieces that go across here, seals, and then all the components to hold it together in there. So stay tuned here. We're going to get this frame prepared to accept the motor. So stay tuned. Okay, so we have it all laid out here in this print here. How this goes together. So we have a thicker spacer, which goes on this on the non-chain side. Then we have a locking nut, like it shows there. This is on the non-chain side. The axle, the pivot shaft here for the swing arm. We're leaving that nut on there. That comes from the other side, so we'll set that over there. And then there's these bearings here, these pieces that go inside there. Now ours are kind of wore a little bit, but we're gonna reuse them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna offset them from how they were. We're gonna give it new, fresh size by just rotating it 180. Because what happens is when the chain it kind of like pulls the swing arm a little bit, and then what happens is it ends up getting this wear like this on this side, and then on the other side over here. So we'll just rotate it, give it a fresh start. It should be okay. We'll put that one over there, and then this one do the same thing for the non-chain side. So we got the smaller. There's a smaller spacer. Is this the smaller one?
That's the big one.
Okay. Where's the smaller one at?
It's already over here.
Okay, yeah, we put that one over there. Here's what the bigger spacer looks like. Sorry about that. So,
well, no, it isn't over here. You might have covered it up with the rag here.
So,
or something.
Anyway, stay tuned here while we get ready to put this together. Okay, so here's the smaller spacer. And kind of misplaced it there for a second. We got it back. But anyways, here's the thick one. See the differences here? And it kind of shows that in the picture too. So this is the thinner one. And then this is the thicker one right here. Then we got these rubber band pieces, which we have already set up over here on the swing arm. It's just this thick piece of rubber. It's a seal. It slides between it covers that gap up between here. So we'll see this all together here. It's gonna be kind of hard with the two of us doing this and then being able to record it. So we'll do our best here and so we can. Otherwise, it'll just be together when we're done here. We'll see. Stay tuned. All right, well, here we go. We're gonna lay this all out here. We have it all set up, ready to go. We have the rubbers on here. Now what we're gonna do is we got the spacers all sitting here too. So this one's mine, and he's got this narrower one over there. I got my components. He's got the pivot bolt over there. We're gonna put it in. Gotta be careful here because we don't want to cut these rubbers all up.
Push the rubber
So we gotta push them out of the way while we get ready to put it in. There we go. Gotta push it around there like that. Takes a little bit here. Let's take it back out then, I guess, or something.
I'm cutting them.
All right.
We cut them.
Stay tuned here. All right, so here we go. Let's try this again here. Now I got this rubber back out of the way. There we go. All right, so I got the axle, it's all lined up, ready for the axle.
I'm gonna slide this in. Really, this seems like awful thin. Guess it goes like this.
Oh, well, must have had it backwards there then. Yeah, so the thick one goes over there, it looks like. And then I'll need a narrow one when he brings that thing across. So, there we go. All right. There it is.
Yeah, let go. Let go.
Here we go. Now we just move these rubber seals across the gaps there. That keeps water and all that other stuff from getting in there. And so forth. There we go. All right, well, here we go. We're going to finish up putting this together here, and then we will get back at this. There we go. We got this all tightened up, and the bushings are all set. And then, yeah, now just grease it up. To do that, there's a couple of grease zerks on the bottom here. We'll just load them up with grease, and then one on the other side too. So, all right, stay tuned. There we go. Greasing it up here and holding it up as tight as I can. It'll start coming out the rubber bands there.
Well, it's going to come out somewhere. Oh.
It's like coming
It's
out.
not been holding it tight. Like here. Here. Right here.
Yeah, it's still coming out the deal here.
That's good enough. It's in there.
We got some in there. Alright, stay tuned here. Alright, so the swing arm's all ready to go. Tightened down. And we torqued it down. And then we got the shocks in. They're loose yet, but we got them ready to go. These are actually in pretty good shape for being original ones. Paint's kind of rough, but it's okay on this thing. It's turning out better than I kind of was expecting this bike to be anyway. It's going to end up being nicer than I was just going to put it all together and with mediocre parts and be happy with it, but then I went overboard with the paint job, and then the motor's going to be overboard as well. It's freaking going to be awesome. Well, we're hoping anyway, all the stuff we went through for it. So we're at the point now where we're going to be sliding the motor in. So next couple minutes here or so, we'll be putting it in. So stay tuned here. All right, well, here we go. We're going to attempt to put the motor in here. So we have this, the bolt that goes through the center of the bottom of the motor mount there. We have it set up. The narrow spacer on the left side and the wide spacer on the right side. So he's going to grab the motor and bring it through, and I'm going to grab onto it, and we're going to drop it down into the cradle here and set it right on top of here. It's going to be kind of rough. The reason why we're doing it this way is because the height thing, and then the more stuff we put on it, the heavier it gets trying to put it in the frame. And we don't need any more extra weight. So I see a lot of people like build it complete and they put it in, but in 71, when they changed the frame, they made it shorter through the top here and the bottom. So we really can't build it complete and put it in here successfully. Unlike 70 and older bikes until they changed later anyway. But this is the way it's going to be, and that's how we're going to do it. So stay tuned here as we attempt to put this thing in. All right, here we go.
Got it. Get the bolts.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. I can't have my hands there. Okay. Okay, stick a bolt in there.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab.
I'm holding it.
I'm holding it.
Take one hand and just stick
So we're
the
gonna
bolt.
slide the bolt through to hold it for now.
There we go. Now I can hold this up, see?
I got it too, so.
Okay. Bolt slides in which direction?
From your direction. The white spacer.
Okay, slide it down. Slide it down. Hold it down a little. Where's that rubber hand? Got your spacer in place?
Yes, there we go. And
No.
alright, there we are.
Okay, now
Now we can.
we gotta take them out and put the small spacer and the fat spacer. And the bolt's gotta be my way. Start with the red. Okay, thick one. Oh no, supposed to be a washer in this. Where's the washers?
Here.
Only one. Yeah, well, you gotta take it back out.
Alright, put the narrow spacer on the left side and the wide spacer in this front mount on the right side.
There it is.
There we go. And we're gonna just fasten it real quick, and then there we go. Stay tuned here. There we go, we got it in. So we're just gonna, we got the nut and stuff on this side. We're gonna put the nut and stuff on here and tighten it up. We're gonna leave it kind of loose for right now because we got a lot of stuff to put on yet, in case we have to wiggle it. But otherwise, the motor's in the frame now, so next thing we'll do is we'll get it moved to the lift over there and work on it over there. We didn't put it in the lift over there because we wanted this height from this table provided, so that, and the narrower too, and that's all set up. It was a long story, so this is what we did over here then. So now we're going to carry it over there and get it on the lift in a little bit here. Okay, well, we got on the lift here. I kind of thought about some stuff that we had worked on kind of off camera. Anyways, we replaced the races on this neck. If I remember right, on the first videos, we took the triple trees off and the bearings were really rusted bad. Well, the races were compromised as well, really rusty. So the procedure here on this, there's a little washer piece that's underneath of this race. You can kind of see it right there. That's actually an individual part. It's not part of the neck. It's kind of an optical illusion, but in accordance to print here, it shows the little piece right there, number 15. And then the bearing group. Okay, so all you gotta really do is just come from one side and get on the ledge and then smack it out and work your way around until it gets loose. Then you can get in there and get the one out. You get one out, it's clear sailing, because you can really get down inside there and get the other one and easily kind of just smack that one out as well. And then you just use a special tool that I'll show you in a minute here. Special tool, just kind of bring them together. So just kind of wanted to cover that. Kind of forgot to talk about that. So stay tuned here. Alright, so here's my special tool. This is just my homemade neck bearing race and neck cup installation tool. And you can use it for many other things. But mainly what the idea is here is I got these aluminum pieces here that are tapered down so they fit inside of the bearing without compromising anything. They're aluminum so they don't damage the steel item that I'm pulling together. And then if these get messed up, I can always replace them as well because they're, you know, they come off and everything. And yeah, so I've used this a couple times now, a few times since I made it. But just get them in there together tight, and then just wrench it down until it seats the item you're using. So seems straightforward, but sometimes stuff can be difficult. Just make sure stuff is straight when you're tightening it down. And well, anyway, there you have it. So I guess we're just going to move on to finishing this video off here. So stay tuned here. Alright, so we're hooking up the oil lines here real quick. So when we start to put the transmission together, it covers all this up. So this is kind of the next step. So we got this on here, the lines going in. The inside is the feed, which this hose is for. And then this outer line here is return, which goes all the way up to the top here. To here. So anyway, stay tuned here. Alright, so we got the Tiger frame and engine over here and the lift, and we got the oil line all ran, and it's ready for the next few steps. So this pretty much ends this segment. Until next time, we'll start putting some more stuff on this. But hope you enjoyed all this, and we'll see you again soon.